Sorry, just woke up and I came in here to look at something and I just noticed something in this closet and I'm wondering if I need to be worried about it. Do you see this? Is it just me or is this bowing down? Like all the weight is pushing down and I'm wondering just how strong is this piece of wood, and are my trumpets up here too much weight? I don't notice it over here as much because it's just hollow string instruments, but I hear there's a whole lot of metal pushing down on this. So can I put another one of these right here and take care of it, or do I just need to come up with a new place for my trumpets? I'm not sure. If you're watching this and you are an expert of this type of storage, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I keep going around and around about what I want to do about my cable storage. I don't think I want to hang them this time because I have actual art that I'd like to try to hang. Probably not that. I painted that. Okay, Pumpkin, you can go out. Go ahead. So I cleared off the workbench and I'm just trying to take stock of what I have. And I remembered I had this bowl that I believe Preston Enix made for me. He was a student when I was student teaching in Berryville. But it's like the perfect thing for those. So I dug out my knickknacks and stuff, like that fused glass that my mom made for me. I got those two ducks that a couple students made for me whenever we did the Ugly Duckling show in Berryville. Evan Williams and I think it was Rachel Rodriguez. I also have a bust that Evan made for me. Yes, I was put into bust form, which was pretty exciting. And yes, I typically put the bust of myself next to the bust of Mozart. That's not presumptuous, is it? Anyway, I'm gonna try to see how many of these, oh my goodness, look at this mess. I'm gonna see how much of this chaos I can rein into at least stacks before Holly gets home. Over the past, lifetime, I guess I've accumulated my share of cables. I'm sure everybody has. But now seeing them all out here, it's kind of illuminating to realize just how many I've held on to, specifically just the USB cords. But let's look at what I've got. So right here are my 1/4 inch patch cables, 1/8 inch, 3.5 millimeter patch cables for my synth. These are just extenders for 3.5 millimeter. These are all mono. These are stereo. That's why I have them separated. Got some MIDI cables that I don't know if I've ever actually plugged in. These are just two random cables. I'm not quite sure why I have them. Got 3 sets of headphones. These are like coming apart. We'll go through this at the end. Got a ton of instrument cables. I've got even more microphone cables, including some Big Daddy ones. Oh, all these computer dongles that were in a box. These are my lightning cables. I guess there's just 3 of them because other ones are being used around the house. So I've got a USB-C cable and I can't quite remember what this goes to. Anyway, so USB, I've got 1, 13, and then I know for a fact I've got a couple plugged in over here. Some of these are just USB to mini USB. Some of them go to the printer side. Oh, and here's our bricks for various ones. Got these different RCA cables to do RCA things. And these are just HDMI, VGA, Ethernet cables that got added into the mix. It's possible they're just going to go into my old trumpet gig bag. That's what I use to move them. You can see there's little bits of the headphone ear parts. It's a decent storage solution instead of paying $100 to get a dedicated cable bag, because it doesn't have any trumpets in it. All my trumpets are in trumpet cases that, yes, I have pulled down from up there because it was bowing and I got worried about that. So anyway, here's the cable situation. Tell me, do you have more or less cables than this in your studio? I'm sure some of you have tons more. When I see all these cables all laid out, it just makes me think back to the days when I was a trumpet player. All I had to do was put the mouthpiece in, show up to the gig and play. Now it takes me an hour to run all the cables, an hour to play the gig, and an hour to break them down. I mean, I like it. I like the electronic aspect of things, but man, it was simple to be a trumpet player. Even simpler back in the days when I was a piano player, where you didn't even have to bring an instrument. You just show up, crack your knuckles, and play. Every time I think I'm getting close to finishing the studio, I realize I've still got a long way to go. Man, one day I'll finish. I wonder if it'll be before the semester starts. Hey, so I bought some picture hangers to hang my pictures, and it turns out they all are supposed to go into studs, and all the studs in my studio, except for me, are in really weird positions. So I ordered a different type of picture hangers that can just go into the drywall, and I think those will be here tomorrow, so maybe I'll try to get some pictures hung. Also, I think in the next day or two, the shelf that's going to go right here will get here, and then I'll have my books over there and the last flat storage space to put some of my decorations and stuff. Still not sure what I'm going to do with my cables. We'll figure that out. By the way, if you see my red eye, I went for a run today. It was supposed to be a 3-mile run, turned into an 8-mile run. But on the way back, I guess I've got a piece of sand or something stuck in there, and it's been bothering me for like 6 hours now. But I think it may be finally out. So let's say hi to Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin. So yeah, somehow I managed to once again finish the video without actually finishing the video. Some organization happened in the cable department and the decoration department, but I appreciate you watching. Come back for the next episode where I'm pretty sure my shelves come in and things really start coming together. I think we've only got a couple more of these studio videos going, so I hope you've enjoyed them. Let me know what you've been thinking down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.